controversial origin in just one pan. Super easy and super tasty. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make one pan baked butter chicken. This is going to be a great dish. We're going to make it out of chicken thighs. These are bone in, skin on. We're going to take the skin off. And I've got 4 here. In terms of the spices, we've got 2 tablespoons of Garam Masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of Cumin, 3/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're going to use about a 1/2 cup of yogurt. This is regular, full fat yogurt, not flavored at all. 2 garlic cloves, which we're going to mince. Some ginger, about a tablespoon of ginger. So there's a good amount of ginger in there. It's fresh, and about a tablespoon of fresh lemon. This is going to be the marinade. Now, you can marinate this thing all night or just for 15 or 20 minutes, and that'll be just fine. We're going to eat every bit of this. The marinade is part of the sauce, but once we get all this done, we'll make the actual sauce. And in the meantime, we're going to put our oven on at about 400 and get it started. First thing to do is get our chicken ready, and there's not much to that. We're just going to take off the skin. The butter that we're going to use, I might as well talk about that a little bit. We're going to use ghee, which is, all it is clarified butter. And all that means is that and see, that one's done. We've got 1 out of 4 done. All that means is that the milk solids are out of it. The only other thing we got to prep here is our garlic and our ginger. So we're looking for 2 cloves of garlic. And I'm not beating these to death. All right, so see if I can't grate I have had, it is great. Yeah, this is just rife for danger. Ah, got myself, there we go. The ginger's a lot easier because obviously it's bigger. What I should do is just do ginger about it, yeah. I could just use 3 cloves of garlic and not go all the way down, and we'd be fine. You could put this in a little grinder and be done with this faster. It's a good amount of ginger.
1 tablespoon of ginger.
1 tablespoon. Okay, that's what I said. And I'd say that's a good tablespoon. What do you think?
I think that's plenty.
I think that's good. I like ginger, but not too much of it. Here's our 2 tablespoons of Garam Masala, our 1 teaspoon of turmeric, our 1 teaspoon of Cumin, our 3/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder, our 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Now, here's where your heat is. If you like it hotter than that, then put more cayenne. And if you don't like it hot at all, you want it mild, I would skip maybe the cayenne or put just a very little bit in there. All right, so now we are ready to mix this up. We're gonna put this in the fridge. Here comes our 1/2 cup of plain yogurt, not flavored yogurt, plain yogurt. Now, could you use low-fat yogurt? You could, but you're putting butter in this. I mean, so, why are you starting now? So, anyhow, just want to get this all nice and mixed. And it's, you could probably do this with a spatula or some tongs, but your hands are so much better at most things. So we're going to use our hands. We're going to cover this, put this in the fridge for about 15 to 30 minutes, plenty of time. You could skip putting it in the refrigerator altogether. Just set it aside and just do it like this. Not a problem, either way you want to do it. All right, I forgot the lemon. 1 tablespoon of lemon. I'm going to go ahead and use the juicer here, or whatever you call these things, to keep the seeds out of it. And we're looking for about a tablespoon, which is about a 1/2 a lemon, if it's a good juicy one like that one. Back in the fridge, and it's time to make the sauce. Buttered chicken originated in the Moti Mahal restaurant in Old Delhi in the 1950s. So by recipe standards, this is a relatively new dish, being just some 70 years old. Some say the recipe was specifically developed in 1947 at the same restaurant, but by a different chef of a different family, but both of these chefs were named Cumin. So no disagreement on the name, just the chef and the chef's family. Apparently, there was a lawsuit over which one of the families was saying it was the creator and the other family said it was. I don't know how that turned out, but this seemed to make this a perfect dish for Lawyer in the Kitchen since we got chefs suing each other. Anyhow, traditionally the chicken was cooked in a clay oven or a tandoor first, thus tandoori chicken, and we're making it all in one pan in the oven, much easier and still tasty. So now we're ready to make the sauce. Very easy, simple to do. We'll finish putting it together in the pan. All right, so the ghee, we want to make sure it's melted. We want 2 tablespoons of ghee. So that's going to be, actually this is almost pretty melted right now. And all that is clarified butter, so we're good. And this does not have to be refrigerated. It's kind of funny about stuff. I probably refrigerate some things I don't need to. I feel like I probably will. 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to kind of measure this, 3/4 of a cup of tomato puree. That's close enough. 3/4 of a cup of, no, it should have been a cup of puree. 3/4 of a cup of, which is almost all of this. And I got to put myself just a little more puree in there. There we go. And I think I've got everything in there. I'm looking at my list. Sugar, ghee, cream, salt. I got everything's in here. So we're going to mix this together. And that's looking dynamite, I think. I'm using a 9x13. This just makes it easier. I hate cleaning, I hate washing. This is really more for that than anything else. We're gonna pour our sauce in the bottom of the pan, just like that. And we're gonna get our chicken thighs out, put them in there, and pop it in the oven. This is chilled down. It's been marinating just a little bit. We're going to put them on there, take nothing off of there, just set them in there like that. We're going to put them bone side down. Just going to put that right on there. I'm going to waste any of this stuff. I could probably use a spatula on this. That would probably work just fine. We're going to put it in there for 45 minutes. At the 30-minute mark, we're going to baste it. And at the 40-minute mark, we're going to baste it again. All right. Ah, that looks good. All right, that's good right there. 30 minutes, we'll baste, and that's when we'll look at it next. All right, so it has been 30 minutes. We're going to have a look at this. Oh, man, you smell that coming out of there? Ah, look at that. So we're just going to baste this with the juices that are in there. This is thickening up nicely. Oh, that is, just make sure you got everything super covered. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. In about 15 minutes, this is going to be butter chicken. All right, so it's been 40 minutes now. We're going to baste one more time, and then we're going to cook it at least another 5 minutes. That chicken, oh, look at that stuff. It's beginning to look like buttered chicken. And what's good about all this sauce is I've got a nice big old pot of basmati rice just crying for some buttered chicken. I want some butter chicken. I want some butter chicken. Can you hear it, Sharon?
I can hear it.
Can you hear it?
Clear as day.
I want some butter chicken. All right.
What's it saying?
I want some butter chicken. It's been a full 45 minutes. I just peeked at it, and the chicken's done, but it doesn't have that nice golden color that we want to have in the sauce yet. So we're going to take the chicken out and just cook the sauce a little bit longer. I might even put it on broil. Let's go ahead and get the chicken out.
Want tongs?
You know, I could use tongs, but this will work. Tongs probably would have been better. Good thought.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here, sous chef. Now I've dirtied up my foil on my
That's
oven.
what I'm talking about.
Watch me drop this.
Don't say that out loud.
No, I'm not going to say it out loud. Okay, so I'm going to let this sauce cook a little bit longer. This chicken will be just fine. We're going to cook the sauce a little bit longer and then put the chicken back in, and then we're going to serve it. So we're close to having buttered chicken. All right, so it's been about 5 more minutes. I put it on broil, actually. And while we're doing this, I'm getting ready to tell you, I got this recipe from Recipe 10 Eats, which is largely followed. And it's a great go-to site. I would absolutely check them out. They're very, very good. Very, very close to what they did, except for the broil and a couple other things. Not much, but this is a fantastic recipe. I think we'll find out when I taste it. Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's got more color now. So let's put this chicken back in. I am.
I mean, I was just curious. Like,
No. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. All right. Let's see how we can. This would be
the
it.
tongs? Would you like the tongs?
If you'll give me the tongs, I'll use them.
I'll just give you some tongs.
If you'll give me some tongs. Oh, and you gave me
Okay,
these.
well, that's just the first ones I can grab.
Oh my God, that's worse than the spoon I had. Here we go.
Is that better?
Here we
Okay,
go.
No, you gotta click. Catch it. There you go.
God, I don't do that. I don't know what's wrong.
Everybody on the planet that you does that.
I just don't know why you need to. You know they're gonna
have
click.
to clack them first.
You gotta clack them.
Yes.
All right. Ooh,
Oh, see?
this is ready to come out. I'm not wasting any of that gravy. All right, we're gonna pull that out. All right, here we go. All right, look at that. Here we go. Look at that stuff. That is nice. Isn't that golden? By the way, I have a video on making rice that is foolproof, fail-safe, all those other words. Let's go ahead and put this one right here. Now watch this sauce coming on here. Look at this. A little bit more. Oh yeah, look at that. And put a little bit of, not too much, a little cilantro. So we've let this rest, and I'm ready to taste this. And Mrs. Brooks, you ready to taste this? I think this is gonna be, it smells fantastic. All right, let me just get a little piece right over here. Get a little bit of the rice, a little of that juice. I'll tell you what, this is one of the best things I've ever cooked. Here you go. Come get a bite of this. There we go. Gotta have a little bit of juice, a little bit of rice. Let's get a little bit of cilantro, get the whole thing. You ready? You tell me that ain't good. That is, you know what? And there's not that much to it, really. It's not that much. That is super, super tasty. There it went. There it went. Hey, if you like our video, I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. That helps my channel. If you comment, I'll reply. And if you make something, I'll put a photo of your dish. And if you got a different way of making this and you think I should know about it, we'll do that too. We'll try it. We'll do that. And I'll see you next time on
While you're in the kitchen.